What do you do when you've lost your favorite porcupine and you still don't have the right tools to wake up a sleeping bear god? Find out today on the Dicecast. Nate, you still don't really have adequate materials to awaken the bear. I would suggest, as your DM, perhaps try to acquire a rock or something that you can bang against the ladle, or just go find Jeff the noisy bug and maybe some wheat along the way.
Oh, okay. Let's go for that.
Oh, all right. To Jeff the noisy bug. There are no scientists around this particular bush that the noisy bug inhabits because he is a cricket and he's been making much noise. And scientists do not like cricket sounds. It's very annoying. It's very frustrating. It gets under your skin, as it were.
Okay.
And you come up and Jeff is like, hey guys, how's it going? Looks like you're in a bit of a pickle. Not that I know what pickles are. I mean, we don't produce vinegar here in the forest creature world to even know how to pickle an item for an extended period of time. But if pickles were things, you'd be in one.
How does he know? How does Jeff know? How do you know?
Oh, I know many things. I'm the guy that knows the stuff, brother.
See, here's the thing, Jeff. We're trying to wake up the bear god, and we meant to get a pot and a ladle to bake them together. We only got a ladle. So we're going to need to bring you, and we'll, I guess, bang you against the ladle.
You do realize that if you're going for sound production here, I make noise. I'm literally a cricket. See? Beep, 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 beep. He makes a cricket sound. Just like that. You don't have to smash me or anything.
So you're willing to come then?
Oh, here's the deal. Business has been bad lately.
What business?
Now. Well, you may recall that I sell certain materials under the counter, over the counter, under the table and over the counter materials. All right. Yes, I'm a weed salesman. I sell weed.
There we go.
I live in a weed bush, which grows naturally here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, if it's natural, then you shouldn't have anything to hide.
Yeah, I mean, we live. It's like this forest is near Portland, so there's actually just so much weed. But anyway, if you maybe want to buy some, because it looks like everybody's running away now, and they're not going to be buying any weed anytime soon. I need some business. If you do that, then I'll help you out. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, okay.
We can trade you a ladle for your services.
How much would you value this ladle at?
1 porcupine's life.
Wow. That's a pretty nice ladle. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's make the trade.
Sweet.
Hand over the ladle. Hand it over.
All right, there you go.
And he puts out his front little stick arms.
I'll just lay it in front of him because I don't think he's going to be able to hold it.
He kind of thinks about it. He's like, okay, yeah, I respect that. Okay, you have Jeff the noisy bug, who is much easier to carry, and he just jumps on the back of one of you guys. Who wants to carry the bug? Because he's not going to carry his own weight.
He can ride on the back of way down, I guess.
Yep. Okay. He jumps on the badger, and you realize that this was much easier to acquire and much lighter than carrying around pots and pans, and you feel a lot better about yourselves.
Nobody died.
Exactly. Well, now it's to stage 2, Nate, the river. Okay. So you have your materials, aka bug weed salesman Jeff, with which to awaken the bear god. But now you have to appease him so that he doesn't just, ignore the scientists and just eat you instead for waking him up. Mm-hmm. So you're going to need some little treats that is going to make this bear very happy. At the river, you can find a fish because it's a river. There's a beehive nearby where you can acquire some honey. And there is a berry bush. What would you like to acquire? Oh, wait, Nate. We have to level up. You actually get some stats. Yes. So you survived with 2 creatures, surviving stage 1. Mm-hmm. So you can add a total of 2 whatever combo to your 3 stats.
I think I'm going to add both of them to dexterity.
Seems wise.
Yeah.
Is it nice not having a 0 in all of your stats now?
It is. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I've already had the satisfaction of erasing a -1, but...
That's true. But that was all pre-game stuff anyway. Whatever. Okay, so you have your +2. What you doing?
Berries definitely seem the least treacherous, so I think we're going to try that.
Okay, you start working your way towards the berry bush. But behold, in a clearing near where the berry bush is, there are 2 scientists strolling around in search of forest creatures, as well as delicious berries. So they're actually going over to the berry bush and having a little snack. And one of them has a net, and the other one has a clipboard. He seems to be taking inventory of the various creatures that they've been capturing for the day. How would you like to go about this?
Given that my past experiences with encountering scientists in the forest has not gone very well, can I backtrack and pick a different option?
Sure. I mean, I won't say it's backtracking. We'll say that you just kind of approach this area and you see what's going on and you decide, nah.
Yeah, decide on a better course.
Okay, what would you like to do instead? Your other options were fish from the river and honey.
I think we'll try honey. Let's go check out the tree or river there.
Okay. You stroll around the river area, and you do, in fact, find a tree that you remember. And there's a little beehive up in there. All the bees are buzzing around, doing their thing, busy as buzzing bees. And maybe Jeff is acquainted with these bees. He's like, hey, friends, how you guys doing? And they're like, buzz. Because bees don't really like to talk to you for the most part, unless you actually have some sort of business transaction to perform.
Oh, but we do.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Do tell.
Do the bees partake in marijuana at all?
Dude, that's how the bees buzz. Know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's what they do.
Okay.
They do partake.
Okay. Then we will promise Jeff another equally valuable ladle in the future if he barters with the bees.
How you guys gonna how you gonna guarantee this? I mean, you lost a porcupine in the process of just getting a ladle in the first place. Like, how do I know you guys will even survive and then get me the ladle?
Just because there's so many scientists around and they're here to pick up animals, so surely they'll leave some stuff behind.
Make a easy intelligence check. We'll call this your bartering option.
Yeah, I need an easy one.
So,
hey.
4 or 5. What'd you get?
12.
What a place for a 12. Okay. I'll say for this role, you barter so well with Jeff. He is so impressed with the aspect of getting an additional ladle valued at the life of a porcupine that he is willing to put up some of his own capital to barter with the bees. So he's not going to make you guys, like, I don't know, provide some stuff to convince the bees. Jeff actually opens up a little pouch and he actually has like a little, this cricket has a little tiny satchel where he keeps little tiny samples of weed.
Okay.
Because that's how he does.
I dig it.
And he goes and he starts talking with the bees. He's like, hey guys, and like, buzz. And he's like, you want some weed? And they're like, buzz. And he's like, I need some of that honey, And they're like, buzz. Here's the thing.
I could use a good more like 60 seconds of this interaction.
Okay, sure, yeah. It's like, we need to wake up the bear god because there's problems. And they're like, buzz. He's like, does this sound like a good transaction? And then there's like this head bee that comes forward. He's like, yeah, bro, that sounds good.
That would probably be the queen bee you're talking about, but okay.
No, this is more like a chamberlain. He's like, he's sort of like a steward of the area. There is a queen bee, but this is like the head male bee, I guess, who kind of conducts business transactions.
Okay.
And he hands over, they don't have jars in this world because forest creatures cannot create glass. Okay, actually, you know what? Lightning strikes around, and there is a river nearby where lightning could strike and make glass. So maybe they have a piece of glass. It's not a jar; it's just a piece of glass, but they have some honey spread on it. And they hand it to you guys because Jeff can't pick it up, and Jeff hands over some of his weed.
Okay.
Look, now you have honey.
Great. We're making Jeff carry it.
Yeah. And the head bee is like, hey, you guys take care. Have fun, all right?
Peace out.
Yeah. Well, you successfully navigated that segment much swifter and more successfully than the forest. Good work, man.
I'm a prof.
Okay. So get your 2 increase points.
I will add 1 to my other 2 stats.
Oh, 1 each?
Yeah.
So you've got an old 1-2-1 now for...
Yeah.
Well, 1-1-2, strength, intelligence, dexterity.
Yep.
Very nice. Okay. Well, you have the materials that you need to both awaken the bear and appease him. But stage 3 is, of course, the mountain. You are not yet to stage 4, the bear, even though the bear lives in the mountain. Stage 3, Nate, in this system, there's going to be a special challenge that the DM prepares. Basically, everything beforehand isn't really prepared, as you know, because I hate preparing stuff. Nice. But stage 3 necessitates that whoever's running the system has to create a unique challenge. So you're making your way up the mountain, and you find this... It resembles a totem pole, except the hands that carved this totem pole were not human hands. It was made not by human hands. It was formed by, looks like a conglomeration of maybe some birds, maybe some squirrels, and let's just say that somehow a fish got up here and was able to contribute to carving this piece of wood. You don't know how he did. Maybe he gave his life for the process.
I definitely want a backstory on this totem pole later.
Okay, yeah, you got it, man. And the totem pole has what's inscribed into it in the common forest language that you do understand is what you believe is some manner of riddle. It's just a short little statement that says, "I am easy to lift, but hard to throw. What am I?" And as you approach the totem pole to examine this and start thinking about it, there's almost a sudden silence that comes across this clearing that's sort of up the side of the mountain. Imagine a rocky landscape. There's a few less trees up here because it's getting higher in elevation. Just the area broken only by this lonely totem pole.
Is that the situation? Like, I just need to solve it?
Yeah, I mean, you can make some manner of check if you want, like exploring or using your wits or something. But basically, you're just faced with a riddle. I am easy to lift, but hard to throw.
I think Jack is going to like kind of fly up and down all over the totem pole and see if there's anything else, any other hidden messages that might shed some light.
Okay. Sure. Roll intelligence. Medium check.
9.
Yeah, pass. Jack is flying around, and he recognizes that yes, this totem pole was contributed. How do you say that? It got worked on by a variety of dudes and people and forest creature races. But it seems like predominantly it was produced by various bird folk. And you feel like that might be a clue towards the riddle.
I guess I will also have way down search the grounds with Jeff. See if there's anything on the ground they can find.
Well, I guess we'll just make this another intelligence check. Also medium.
Yeah. 7.
Perfect. That's what you needed. Good. Way down discovers, as he is searching around more towards the bottom of the totem pole, that actually sort of scratched into the ground is some rough, almost abstract representations of like wings.
Okay. So it definitely has something to do with birds at the very least. Easy to lift but hard to throw. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with air, or like I have no
idea. We'll say that upon further investigation, farther down the totem pole, it's as way down was kind of examining the ground. Maybe he was kind of scratching some stuff up. You actually have to scratch away some of the soil down near the bottom of the totem pole, and you uncover a second line that says, "Fur and scales I am not."
Okay. I suppose it's a feather.
And suddenly,
due to my ingenuity,
and suddenly, alighting atop the totem pole, with a sudden whoosh with impressive speed and ferocity, lands a crow, who says, "Ah ha ha! You have solved my riddle. Well played, gentle forest creatures. You finally figured out what a feather is. Very good. Yes, very proud. Yes, okay. Took you long enough. Here's the deal. I see that you must be on some manner of pilgrimage, making your way up the mountain, perhaps to the bear god. There must be some malady or calamity or other thing that ends with D that has besought you. You know, those words and stuff that mean things that sound really impressive when you know how to say them, like me. Well, anyway, you look like some nice folk who've got some problems. Maybe I can be of assistance."
I think both of my characters are going to plead silence right now and just kind of like wait him out and see where he's going.
I see you're the contemplative type. Which doesn't make much sense since it took you so long to figure out my little riddle. Makes me question your intelligence stat. But anyway, if you prove your worth, I will join you on your mighty quest.
We're doing pretty well on our own. So what's in it for us? Like, why would we waste time?
What a marvelous question. Well, here's the deal. Have you heard in the human world of Hawkman?
No. Is that a real question or?
It's a real question. He's a real superhero. Well, I'm sort of like that, but backwards, and instead of a hawk, it's a crow. So I am Man Crow. Instead of a man with the powers of a hawk, I am a crow with the powers of a man.
Did you? Was the totem pole and the riddle the only thing that you had like predetermined, or was this also part of it?
This is also predetermined.
Okay, okay, Crow Man.
No, it's sure. Man Crow.
Oh, I'm sorry. As long as it's not Jim Crow, that's all that matters to me. Sure, yeah. Whatever this challenge is, we accept.
Well, I mean, my challenge is just that you have to prove your worth to me.
Yeah, okay. Well, however we have to do that. Undoubtedly, so, yeah. We'll pass with flying colors.
Okay. Now, prove your worth.
It better not be another riddle.
No, good Lord. I just want you to figure out some way to prove your worth. It's up to you. Can you do something that, like, makes me impressed for once?
Yeah, we have this ladle that's worth one porcupine's life.
No, you don't. I watched from afar, and you gave that up to Jeff.
Wait, okay. Just hold on. We have this. No, I can't give away the bug. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Way down, we'll attempt to juggle. Jeff, the ladle, and Jack. And secretly, Jack is going to help a little bit, but kind of fluttering his wings secretly.
You don't have the ladle. You gave the ladle to Jeff. It's back in the bush.
Oh, he left it. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Man. He can't carry it.
And this little piece of glass. He's going to try to pawn
it off at someone else.
This little piece of glass with hung on it.
Okay. He's done it before, so I guess you have advantage on this. But that's an odd combination of objects to be juggling. So make a difficult or hard, so 10 plus dexterity roll.
I'm pleading a double advantage.
Double advantage? Why?
Because Jeff is secretly kind of flapping his wings to help. That he really only has to juggle 2 items.
All right, you can roll 3 times. I'm such a benevolent and generous DM.
If you want, you can make me do an easy dexterity check with Jack first to see if he successfully, secretly does this.
Nah. I mean, he can fly. That's what he does. He's a cricket. Or you can jump, I suppose.
All right. Oh, did I say Jeff? I meant Jack. But yeah, okay. Like Jack, yeah.
Oh, you're not. Oh, sorry. You're not juggling the cricket. You're juggling the bird.
Well, the bird, the cricket, and the piece of glass.
I see. Okay. Yeah, let's make your triple advantage check.
Okay. All right. And this is dexterity.
Yeah. Although here's the deal: since I'm giving you double advantage on this, if you still fail, you're going to cut your paw on that glass.
Oh, okay, that's fine. As long as I don't get an infection or something. But my first roll is a failure. It's a 5.
Okay.
Second roll is a 12.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Man Crow is very impressed, and he's kind of like hopping around and like sort of clapping his wings a little bit. It's like, impressive dexterity skills, demonstrating juggling. Very well. I offer you my services as Man Crow. A crow with the powers
No, not
of
again.
A man.
Please, not again.
Don't you want to know what I can do?
I'd rather find out when it's important.
Ah, excellent. Okay. No probs. All right. Well, you now have 3 people in your party again. So
Wait.
Your health basically just went up by 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you have completed stage 3, the mountain. So you can increase your stats by a total of +3.
Okay. I'll bump up intelligence a couple more. Up to +3 from +1. And I'll bump dexterity up also another 1, up to 3.
So 3, 3, 1? Is that what you have now?
Yeah, 1 for strength and 3 for the other 2.
Okay, nice. Okie dokie. Nate, it's time for stage 4 with the bear. You have a very simple task now. You have to awaken the bear, use your stuff, make him happy, and then you, if you're successful, can take control of the bear.
Okay.
So you arrive finally at the top of the mountain, and you behold a great cavern. Or it seems like a great cavern to you. Really, it's just an average-sized cave, but since you're small forest creatures, it looks really big and scary.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah, exactly. It's comparison. And you start making your way inside the cave, and you discover the bear god. He doesn't really have a name. He just goes by bear god. That's how he does. And he's sleeping.
This guy.
He's sleeping on a custom stone slab in the corner. It looks like he had this hand carved by whatever manner of forest creature can somehow carve stone, other than bears.
Probably squirrels.
Probably squirrels. Yeah, they have little chisels, just like in Everdell.
Do they in Everdell?
Or is it a chipmunk? There is a little, little wood carver fella. I think it's a squirrel, and it looks like he has a little chisel. It's pretty cool.
Important.
So, yep. What you gonna do?
Well, I'm already regretting not asking Man Crow. Is that the right way around?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I do need to know what his abilities are.
I guess you can ask him before you go inside the cave if you want.
Hey, Man Crow.
That's me. Yes.
Can't say that with a straight face. What exactly are you contributing?
I told you, I have the powers of a man.
That's it. Okay. Okay. We'll come back to that.
Excellent.
All right. Well, we brought Jeff for this reason, so I guess it's his time to shine.
All right. Noisy bug time. I guess I don't know if I should have you make a check for this. You're just gonna make some noise.
He should be able to, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not really strength, intelligence, or dexterity. I guess we'll make this an intelligence check. Maybe you need a good way to go about this, or you're trying to figure out where to hold Jeff so the acoustics are the best to awaken the bear.
What about right next to his ear?
Well, no, here's the deal. Your forest creatures have to make a roll, man, because this is really hard to figure out.
Okay.
Just make a medium intelligence roll.
9 before the modifier, which would put it
9,
at 12.
okay.
So.
You actually find that there is like this little amplification slot chamber thing that you can put Jeff to where when he starts making his cricket noise, it actually will bounce acoustically the best all around the cavern and awaken the bear.
That's conspicuously scientific for something who is opposing scientists, but okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, you put Jeff there, and he starts making this little cricket noise. You know, the sound that crickets make.
That's more accurate than your other noise you tried. So.
And the bear god stirs, and then stirs again, and then sits up for some reason, kind of like a person waking up, I guess. He's just gonna sit on his bottom 2 legs, and he opens his eyes sleepily, and he beholds you guys. And his eyes, or his head starts to furrow, and his eyebrows lower in anger.
Because we woke him up. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of just want to hide, but I don't really know what good that would do.
But I mean, you brought stuff to appease him.
Did we? Oh, we brought him honey. Wow, I forgot.
Yeah, man. This is a primary component of the game. You spent a whole stage collecting that honey.
I thought it was just for juggling. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, definitely that.
Oh, surely it was much more impressive with like balancing honey on a shard of glass and juggling it. I mean,
probably. But, I mean, it's sticky, so it didn't really like drip necessarily. But
okay. Well, Way Down's gonna have to do this one, so he'll like trepidatiously approach the bear and like just like set it down and kind of like bow. And then like bow all the way back to where he was going.
I would think that a badger is probably the most similar to a bear from anyone in your party, I would say. So make a medium intelligence check for, I guess you can have advantage on this.
Well, no need. I got it on the first roll with a 9.
Okay, look at that. Well, hey, maybe you'll get a nat 12 or something. You should roll
that would
twice.
be nice. Okay, sure. Oh, an 11.
Ah, even better. Okay, you harness your inner bear badger ways, and you know just the proper court etiquette for how to present honey to an awakened bear. And you sort of first, what you do is you hold sort of with 2 paws outstretched in front of you, holding the glass with the honey on it. You actually take a lick of it first, sort of to show the bear that this is not poisoned. And you swallow and you go like, yes. And then you set it down in front of him. You bow twice, then you back up, you bow once, then you back up 3 steps and bow 3 times. And then you walk away. And Cody, you know that you nailed it.
Let no one ever say of you that you are not thorough.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. The bear god sort of, his face softens and he sort of nods. And then he nods a second time, as is the custom.
Of course.
And he picks up the glass with both hands and licks it. He closes his eyes. And then when his eyes open again, you see that they're almost bloodshot. They're like redder than normal. And you see that the bear is engaging his bear-like ways, and he is activating beast mode.
I was going to say berserker mode.
Yeah, his berserker beast bear mode. And he gets down on all fours and slowly walks forward towards you guys. And he says, "Who should I kill?"
Anybody wearing a white lab coat.
I mean, there's a lot of people with white lab coats in the world. I don't really want to travel all around the world.
No, anybody starting in this general vicinity, but kind of we kind of want to wreak havoc on the entire scientific community. So
yeah, okay. So what are we talking? Like a 2-mile radius? Like, I need to know my operating sphere before I can actually start doing stuff. You know.
I don't really know. Although the festival grounds, where we throw our celebrations and whatnot.
Sure. Yeah.
At least to there and everything in between.
Okay. Here's the deal. Let me stop you right there. How about all you guys just get on my back? You can ride me and dictate what I do, and we'll go deal with these guys. Does that sound pretty good to you?
That sounds epic.
That sounds great. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Assuming all you guys hop on his back?
I think Jeff wants to stay behind. He's pretty good. Like, he can see, like, there's really no reason for him to go at this point.
Sure. Okay, sounds good. So the three of you remaining creatures jump on the bear's back. You exit down the mountain, and as you start leaving the cave, you see that there's just dozens of scientists, like, swarming up the mountainside. And they're ready to accost you, and it's time to fight. So forget your basic stats, unless you want to do other cool stuff. You basically now have the bear god that you can also control. He has +8 to strength and dexterity.
Okay.
So it's time to fight these scientists, man.
All right. I feel like I just got out of a cutscene and now it like reorients to like third-person view, and it's like, all right.
The black bars are like fading back outside the screen, and you can have full vision again. Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna charge whichever ones are nearest, and just get to mauling.
As is customary of the scientists, they all fight in pairs, and so there's a pair of scientists that come up and accost you. One of them has a taser gun. It's like meant for people. It's unclear if it's going to be effective against a bear or not. The other guy just has a bear-sized net.
Well, I feel like that guy's not much of a threat, so I'm going to start with the other one.
Okay, what you going to do?
I will maul the guy with the net, and then use the net to grab the other guy.
So let's do a strength contest between you and the guy with the net. Okay. So I got to roll for them.
I rolled a nat 12. I don't need your modifiers, Cody.
Oh, dang. All right. Yeah, you rolled an 8 plus 4 is less than that. Well, a nat 12 plus 8, so you got 20. So yeah, you just maul the scientist. You slap him real hard with your sharp bear claws across the face. And I guess you pick up the net?
Yeah. I'm going to trap the other guy.
Okay, do another contested roll. We'll do dexterity this time, since you're literally a bear trying to throw a net at someone.
Okay. 11 total.
Oh, dang, they got a 12. Wait, you got 11 total?
Total.
So they got 16. He dodges out of the way, and he's going to now shoot you with his little taser gun thing. Going to make this hard for him. Oh, he passed, man.
Dang.
He shoots the little, taser line barb things into the bear and start electrocuting the bear. And then the bear's like, blah, 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 because that's the sound the bears make when they get tased.
His jowls are jiggling.
Yeah. So you're not going to lose the bear, but say for this next round, the bear can't do anything for you.
Okay.
So what are your little forest creatures going to do against this guy?
I think
he kind of sets down the taser, so it's still kind of electrocuting the bear, but it's like a one-shot use kind of thing, and he pulls out a smaller net from his back pocket.
I think the beast mode was kind of infectious on Down Under, or way down.
Way down.
So
sure.
he kind of caught it, and so he's just gonna just go berserk and go for the guy's throat.
Okay. We'll make this dexterity, I guess.
Okay. So I get +3 to that.
All right.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled 2? Oh, yeah. No. He has a 9 + 4 is 13, homie, because I can do math. Scientist jumps out of the way, and then he swings his net down on top of Way Down. And now Way Down is way down in the dirt.
Oh, okay. Man Crow is going to, I don't know, impersonate the voice. Like, he's going to fly off and impersonate the voice of another scientist and get the scientist to run away.
Okay, you ask Man-Crow to do this, and Man-Crow, like, hops up in the air and starts flapping his wings. And then he basically starts advising the current scientist on how to diversify his stock portfolio. And Jack the Sparrow looks at him, just kind of like, what? And Man-Crow says, I have the powers of a man. What I didn't tell you is it's the powers of a very specific man. In particular, a nerd who is a financial advisor at a small corporation. I can tell you all sorts of things about finances, taxes, and general good money decisions.
Is he at least distracting at all?
The scientist actually is kind of impressed by this, and he sets down his net and he pulls out a little notebook and he starts like writing down like, oh yeah, Tesla's looking really good right now. I should do that.
Okay, then it's time for Jack to go for the eyes, I guess.
Okay. Do dexterity. We'll say advantage because the scientist is otherwise occupied.
Okay.
Or I guess I'll get you make a normal roll. The scientist is going to roll with disadvantage. That's what makes fair. More sense. So dexterity.
Oh my goodness. 6 total.
Oh, he got an 8 even with his low roll. Okay, he's back engaged with you now. It's just total a wash. You basically started scratching at him, and he had to put his notebook away and pull his net back out. But the bear god is back and in action again.
All right, let's use that. Let's end this once and for all here.
Okay. Another good old strength roll? What you doing?
Pick him up and chuck him.
That's definitely strength. Okay. Let's roll.
I rolled a nat 1.
Well, oh, dang. So that gets you up to a total of 9. Scientist rolled a 6 + 4 is 10.
Of course.
So you pick up the scientist. You do successfully pick him up, but when you go to throw him, the scientist like barely holds on, and he like grabs the back of the bear's fur, and he's like holding on to the back of the bear now.
I guess I'll try and like whack him against a tree since he's holding on to me.
Okay. Yeah, do that. Roll strength.
Okay, there we go. 16.
Yeah, 10 for him. Okay, you back up against a tree and just smush the scientist against the tree.
Smush.
He's like, ugh.
Nice.
And 2 scientists are down. And you look down the hill, and a lot of the scientists, again, I said there were dozens coming up the hill. So we're going to say that about half of the remaining ones are sort of rethinking their lives and wondering if they should really go up and fight hand to hand with a bear. And they sort of start maybe turning back around. But the other half of the scientists, they're like the Chads of the scientist community. And they're like, we're going to take this bear down with our bare hands. Our bare hands against his bare paws. And you have 2 more scientists to deal with. One of them is wielding a Glock pistol because Glocks are cool. And the other one has a net. Another net.
All right, well, I think it's obvious who I should start with on this one. And yeah, okay, well, let's just start by trying to disarm him and like maybe like throat chop him or something.
The Man-Crow starts quoting various market prices of like 9mm ammo.
Good.
And he's like, are you sure you want to waste that ammunition on this bear? Scientist thinks about it for a second. He's like, yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a 9mm. Most Glocks are 9. Sorry, what are you doing?
Throat chopping and disarming.
Okay. Well,
Or
we'll go dexterity.
I could try arm chopping and disthroating, but we'll try it the first way.
Well, that just switched from dexterity back to strength. Not that it matters because you have +8 to both.
Yeah.
It's thematic. Okay, make your roll.
2, so 10.
Scientist got 8 total. So
Okay,
yeah, you arm chop and you disthroat.
Yeah. And then I would like to pick up and try to use the block, of course.
Okay, yeah, sure. Man Crow, the powers of the man that he has knows how to operate a gun, so he's advising the bear of like like a proper isosceles stance, how to like present the gun and control the recoil. And I guess you point it at the scientist.
Yeah. Is it what is that? Strength or what is this?
We're gonna make this dexterity, but you're gonna have disadvantage because you have really large paws. I don't know if you're gonna be able to pull the trigger or not.
First is a 3, so 11. Second is a nat 12, so I guess we're going with the 11.
Dang. Well, he got a 2 + 4 is 6. So he does not get out of the way, and you manage to pull the trigger, and you shoot the scientist. And he's like, oh my gosh, I've been shot by a bear. It's that classic scenario. What's scarier than a bear is a bear with a gun.
This is some interesting last remarks as he's exiting this world.
Well, he's more just kind of talking out loud, like sort of to himself. But yeah, thinking out loud, I guess. Okay. The scientists are panicked now because this bear is holding a Glock.
It's a very natural reaction.
There's only 2 scientists left that come up to you. One of them resembles Bernie Sanders, and the other is literally just Dr. Fauci.
I'm so confused. Okay.
Just 2 old guys with glasses and white hair.
Okay. All right.
And for some reason, they think they can take a bear with a gun.
No comment. I'm going to try to stay as non-political as possible.
They both just have needles in their hands. Some unknown chemical agent.
He's not even a doctor. He's like, he has nothing. Okay.
He doesn't care. Okay, no, I take it back. Bernie has mittens.
Mittens?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll send you a picture later and you'll understand.
Okay, sure. Well, a needle's more dangerous than mittens, so I guess I'll go after Fauci first.
Okay, sounds good. How are you going to deal with Fauci? What does this podcast come to, Nate? What is going on?
It's becoming very self-aware.
It is, yeah.
I'm just going to cough at him as much as I can.
I guess roll dexterity?
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's a nat 12, so don't even bother.
Oh, dang. Okay. You cough in his direction. Fauci just dies. Fauci dies.
The creative juices are running low.
Yep.
For both of us.
He's gone. And Bernie looks to his fallen comrade. And then he looks to you guys. And then he turns and looks to the fleeing scientist and says,
I'm once again asking for your financial support.
what do you do?
I want Man Crow to lecture him on his statistical probability of being elected as president.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Man Crow pulls up the polls of the last election that Bernie was involved with. And Bernie just starts crying and then just starts running down the hill.
All right. Well, I want to shoot him still. I have a gun, right?
Sure. Yeah, roll dexterity with disadvantage because you still have bear paws.
Okay. First is a 10, so that's 18.
Okay.
And the second is also a 10. So.
Yeah, he got an 8, so he can't dodge. You sure? You shoot Bernie Sanders, man.
Defenseless in the back. Cold.
Well, what an odd turn of events. Not sure how I feel about all that.
Mostly in your control, everything that happened.
That is true. I just feel bad that you killed Dr. Fauci and Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
But I am also the one that introduced them to this scenario.
Yeah. You kind of put them in a position to be killed.
Yeah. Well, actually, I feel like earlier I didn't say that it was Bernie Sanders. I think I just said it looked like Bernie Sanders.
Oh, that's true. That's
so it wasn't necessarily actually Bernie Sanders.
That makes the tactic that Man-Crow used probably not quite as effective.
It's probably that. This guy was a Bernie Sanders impersonator, so he was maybe aware of Bernie Sanders' polls. But it's fine. It's resolved. The epilogue. You all journey back down to the Festival of Thanks to the Bear God. And some of the forest creatures have, of course, been captured. And you have like an overnight candle vigil for those who are lost. And you're all very sad because you lost your porcupine friend, Horatio Hornblower.
Yes.
Because even though the scientists have been defeated and sent running, they still unfortunately got away with some cages and some captured creatures. Who knows? Maybe this could be a part 2 scenario at some point where I make an additional 1-pager called Revenge of the Bear God.
Rescuing Horatio.
Yeah, that actually might be pretty legit. Who knows? We'll see if that happens. But you're all sitting down at this nice feast of fish, honey, and berries, as is customary to feed the bear god, because that's what he likes. And you all realize that maybe you should have grabbed some of that from the tables before you left, if you had a chance. Saved you a lot of trouble at the river. Yeah. And the bear god resides at a little wooden throne that some squirrel craftsmen were able to carve out for him. And you all live happily ever after. Folks who are listening, please show us your support if you like this stuff, because we want to get the show out there to as many happy ears who like listening to humor that is as best as we can make it.
As good as we can make it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you for even listening. If you're listening, that alone is already positive for us, so.
Yep. Peace out.